Welcome everyone and welcome to All In, All United.
Hear what? No. Better. Start me better than that. Start me better than that.
Oh God, hey,
Look at that kind of daddy. Not tonight, partner. So we were experiencing technical difficulties. I put you back to Kareem.
Welcome fellas and welcome to the only podcast. We're only gonna get vibes. Right? You understand? Because we understand that Manchester is red.
Red, I say.
What are you saying, fellas?
Nice, man. Nice.
Good night, everybody. Good night, brothers.
Although we want to shout out, a belated happy birthday to the chef man on the inside, the man.
Nice, man.
Yeah, so big up
Happy
yourself.
chef.
Thanks much, brothers.
Happy birthday, chef.
Thanks,
Manchester United bless them up real nice. Real nice.
Yes, sir. I say, well, you can't try to spoil my weekend.
Nice one. You get through.
What you mean? In years past, it's sour vibes on your birthday, and you can't let them do it. They were also spiting her. Oh gosh. Anyway, so fellas, let me get in the mix, Bruce. So Nico, JP, Caveman, and Chef on the inside. Fellas, we always look forward to Derby Day. And in the past, Derby Day always brings that kind of anxiety now. But now we have a bald-headed, bearded tactician. Right? And he went up against...
You say I didn't hear. What you say?
He asked about chef.
Yeah. Put some respect on me, bald-headed, bearded guys, eh?
Watch, man. That's a complimenting her. Yeah. Complimenting her, right? But anyway, so Derby Day, this edition of Derby Day was two bald-headed, two bearded tacticians, against each other. And I mean, the game started and you could have seen it was a proper game of chess. But when Pep thought he was going to leave the fortress with all 3 points, Erik Ten Hag was like, Olia, checkmate. Olia, as we say, Manchester is red, and as it should be.
Yeah,
right? Earlier, Malacia did his job on Mahrez. Fred did his job on De Bruyne.
Standing ovation, Fred.
Yeah, Sean Varane had Haaland lock. Right? We block off all the passing lanes to Rodri. Our manager is a tactical genius. You understand what I'm saying? We get through. We get through. Ten Hag doing so much in the club, I can't stop smiling earlier, right? Whole day I just smiling. I just reading reports and I'm feeling good because we're in good hands, right?
Oh man, the whole day he's smiling.
Yeah, Now I know, guys. I know this is just another win, and winning a derby doesn't give you more points than a normal win, right? But what does this win? In a Manchester derby against the defending champions. What does that do for Ten Hag and the players? Now think about it, let me get some comments on the inside, right? Think about it, let me get some comments on the inside, right? So we have David Curtin on the inside. Thanks for joining, man. Good night to you, buddy. All right, Simeon.
David always say with me, boy. David's one of us.
Yeah. Manchester is red from Simeon. Yeah. Curtin saying, I bet City fan don't.
No, we.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
We're
waiting for him.
It wasn't even our show.
Faroud or whatever.
Yeah, he can be here. Trust me.
Because you know what? All of us left this last panel confident, You could have sensed the confidence from the panel going into this derby.
Yeah.
There was a respect for City, but there was the confidence. My man was just talking all over his face, saying what he can do. He can be back here. He needs to show up tonight. I don't
Yeah,
care
let
what
me tell you
engagements he got going on. He needs to
let me
show up
tell
tonight.
you, let me tell you what he probably doing. He going through the FIFA rule book to see whether Marcus Rashford goal should have, I mean Bruno Fernandes goal should have started. What all of them fans doing right now, looking for technicalities to say why it shouldn't
He's trying to
start.
edit it.
um, Arun on the inside, good night, buddy. Thanks for joining, man. Manchester Red, yes, and he also shouting out Chef, birthday
Thanks,
blessings.
brother.
Yeah, man. Rishi Shoopat on the
Whole
inside, thanks for joining, man.
whole day opposing fans, not only City fans now. Whole day
Yeah.
Chelsea fans, Liverpool.
I find Arsenal
Everybody
fans too.
looking through rule book.
No, but Arsenal fans,
Yeah,
them Arsenal fans are just, I don't know, all is so far ahead. Why are they concerned? They're supposed to be happy. So I started wondering, like, maybe they're looking over their shoulder, and is the red have to look in?
Well, that's exactly
Over
it.
their
Yeah.
shoulder.
They're getting worried. Yeah, they're getting worried.
Arsenal fans know what time of the season it is, man.
Arsenal partner, tag me and tell me thank you very much, Chef, on Facebook. I say, yeah, thank me when we play all your tuna. I went out with tell me thanks.
Yeah, Rishi asking if Haaland play. I think he in Shaw pocket, right? Either Shaw if
Done.
Shaw empty pocket and you find him, they check Varane pocket, right?
Check-
He's somewhere around there.
Check Varane.
Yeah. Jody on the inside, good night, man. Yeah, he said this win does nothing. Right? He's saying as usual, Jody with heavy
Facts,
vibes
Jody.
after a big win. Right? Calm yourself. It's just Manchester City. Alright, I see what you do there.
That's some sarcasm in it.
Yeah, I see what you do there.
Hope we talk about Korea tomorrow, buddy.
You're correct, Jody.
It's just Man City and Anderson on the inside, good night, man. He's saying it's funny what a good manager can do. Yeah, but it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
what
true,
was
it's
Saka?
true.
Not
What
just a
was
good
Saka?
manager. We got good players too.
Yeah.
But before
even
some of
the
them
players
players
We can't do this
He
without
could-
Casemiro. We can't.
Nah, Casemiro.
We can't do this without Casemiro.
No, we couldn't do without Casemiro.
So,
No.
you know, guys, you all who watching, don't forget to like and share the podcast. We want to get the content out. We want more people to enjoy, our celebration this evening, or the positive therapy. Anyway, so guys, the question on the floor, right? It's just another win. We know that only 3 points. But what does this win, in the Manchester Derby beating the defending champs, do for Ten Hag and the team? Nico, talk to me.
Fortress, and believing that at Old Trafford, we definitely have a fortress now. We have a fortress now, and teams coming to Old Trafford knowing that it's not going to be easy as before. It's not a free hit as before, but they're coming knowing that, hey, United has made here a fortress, Ten Hag has made here a fortress, and they're coming in for a tough game. For me, this is what this showed, because again, unbeaten at home since Brighton in the opening day. Well, I mean, you can't say more than that.
Yeah, anybody can get put to the sword too, huh?
Definitely.
Yeah, JP?
Yeah, to me, this victory show one progression, because we moved from getting trashed by City to having a master class against them today. So that it showed the professional class we, right? And I would say it showed the direction that the club going, and people were talking about we showing off about the little victories we had and the smaller teams. We showing off about that, but today we beat a big team.
Mm-hmm.
We beat the big team in the league, and we did it in a convincing manner too. So that's what that victory do for us. It show clubs we're not playing. We're very serious.
Yeah, no doubt. Before I come to Chef, let me just get what Rishi's saying here. Rishi's saying, the belief and the confidence from this win really puts the team forward and upward. Still taking it one game at a time, but the belief rising, something big coming. Well said.
Well said, Rishi.
Yeah, Jody saying here, if Arsenal lose tomorrow, then I will see a title race won. I still believe we face in our own hands, because Arsenal have played no such a big teams yet, right?
Arsenal have we've been talking about Manchester's schedule, because obviously that's our team.
Yeah.
But Arsenal have a hell of a schedule coming to
Yeah. But go through now, Chef, as you're on the
I
floor.
think they still have to play City twice. Huh?
Yeah, they may play no big teams yet, really,
Yeah, but I just believe this this game, yes, it is one game at a time, but this game not only show us so much, but it show opposing teams and fans what Manchester United capable of now. For us, our confidence growing in our team more and more. We seeing that we have a team. We seeing that we have a team. It's not just a one player team. We have a team too that when things tight, that goal score against us, it are not dropping head. It's all right, fine, and we kick and we just stick to what we know. We also see that even when we make subs, our levels not dropping, and that was something was considered.
Our customer over that one today, chef, but we were getting to that after. Our customer over that one.
All right, no problem. We'll discuss it, but yeah, and it also, as rightfully said, Old Trafford it's not fortress yet again, but it's certainly showing fans that listen, all you could come, but we beaten anybody, and I mean anybody in Old Trafford now. Don't feel you're coming and go and have a nice day at the ballpark at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kevon James on the inside. Thanks for joining, man. Good night to you. He said, unfortunately, I couldn't watch the game because of work, but super happy for my club. Yeah, boy. If it's not a time to be missing your team plays, this round, right?
Yep.
So
we can go back and take it in.
Yeah, take it to websites.
It's exciting the same way.
I own the house whole day, and I go and watch it over again on the big screen.
I didn't watch it over already. I watched it twice already.
Joey's saying here now by chef when Anthony came on, I find we was all over the place.
And that was my point.
Let me just get cave thoughts on.
You'll get into that.
Yeah, let me get cave thoughts on that, and then we'll get into it. Yeah, go ahead, Cave.
What it means for the club and the guys. I think it should give them more confidence in playing for each other and playing for the club. I mean, I'm not going to read too much into it because we haven't even passed 19 games yet. We're not even halfway yet. So, I'm looking at a bigger picture. And a bigger picture right now, there's a small picture and the bigger picture. The small picture is this is the first of 6 games between now and the end of the month.
Yeah.
That's really going to test the team. And I think we're off to a good start. Some concerns with Rashford, even though he played up to the 84th minute, at the end of the game I saw him, I saw there was a bulge, in his shirt. So usually that's an ice pack that he was wearing on a hip flexor, hip injury. Hip flexors can be tricky to get over. So y'all know what I've been saying. We want Rashford or Casemiro injured away from a mini crisis. So hopefully he comes out good. So that's the small picture within the bigger picture. The bigger picture, let's see what we could do with this team. We added Weghorst. I keep
Weghorst.
Yeah, I'm not pronouncing my names yet. Weghorst. Yeah. Let's see how he can fit into the system. One thing I want to add to. I actually went to this game with a little bit more confidence, especially after hearing Guardiola's post-match interview after the loss, and the pre-match interview. He was talking about he had to tell some guys to go home and take a look at himself in the mirror, and I was like, boy, because you know what I mean. Psychologically, it's hard to get a team to go 3 back-to-back. 3 years in a row.
Oh, okay.
Praises to Sir Alex Ferguson. He's the only manager to have done it on 2 occasions. Because clearly to see City faltering the way they are, I'm like, wow, this thing is really that hard to do. Because let's be honest, City has a superior squad to any of the squads in the league.
Yeah.
But to see them falter like this, it just goes to show how much of a psychological taxing job it is to win the league back to back. And Ferguson was able to do it on 2 occasions. So that's pretty much all I have to say.
Yeah. Well done. Let me just get some comments here and then we could get on to the 3-word, we call it the 3-word summary of the game. Simeon saying here, progress. Yeah, no doubt. That's what we're seeing. That's what we could take from the game tonight, from the wins, yes. Adrian Duncan or Adrian Duncan.
Audrey.
Yeah, man.
So
Good
it's
night.
Adrian. Thanks for joining, man. What a comeback.
Yeah, another
Going
comeback.
Man United. Yeah, boy. Jody saying here, come on, Cave, be objective. You know how we just do it. Don't agree with them fellas. You have to represent. I don't know what we're doing. I find Jody should be watching some
The
Saudi
poor boy
Arabian league or
Jody is
something.
not-
Jody, I'll be watching some Saudi Arabian football. Right?
I find so.
Aaron.
No. He ain't featured today. He can't feature for the next 2 games.
Ain't he playing in some charity match or some friendly
Yeah,
Tuesday? Yeah.
yeah.
United to win Panorama. I tell you, we winning everything, boy. We winning everything, Aaron.
We
Everything.
know
Or Aaron.
everything.
It's Aaron. It's Aaron. All right. Yeah. So Phil on the inside. What going on, Phil?
Nice,
Well,
man.
I was shocked not to see Phil.
No. You
Phil
know,
luckily he about to drop an album.
I know. I got some bars for these Arsenal fans and all these fans.
Some bars.
I can drop so many bars right now, man.
Yeah, he was handling business.
Right. Good night to the panel. I know today was a good day for football,
Good night,
man.
Phil.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it was.
Hope that we're not going to stand for just top
It
four.
was a great
We're
day.
going for something bigger. That's all I got to say. But
Nice.
continue, guys.
So guys, let me get with 3 words because I want to start today. I want to do it a little different. I want to start, right? And there's mine. Erik Ten Hag, and 10 is for 10 consecutive home wins.
But we had to change the thing from 3-word review now. Eh? Wait, is that a justification for your 3 words? Erik Ten Hag.
Now, home is just one word. Home is just
No.
one word.
No. All what you do, Erik Ten Hag. All it is always explain all the 3 words. So that's my explanation. There, I'm telling you.
It's like,
So the 10.
and yeah, still is.
Okay, so the 10.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
You give the
Erik
meaning for the
Ten
10.
Hag is the 3.
Right.
I see.
This
I
may
can stick with my 3 words today. Man. I can stick with 3 words today.
This may sound
That's true.
I think.
This may sound cliche, but I mean everybody who has been following football for the last 20 plus years, my 3 words are simple. Manchester is red. Done.
Is red.
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go through, fellas.
I know Kev was going to say something, Kev.
My 3 words. I hear thinking which 3 words. Mind over matter. I can stick with it. Mind over matter. No. No title race. No title race. No title race.
No title race. What kind of negative vibes does that kid come here with, boy?
Yeah, boy.
We
Yeah,
want to
no
be
title
reckless
race,
tonight,
no
boy.
title
Let me be reckless tonight now.
That's yeah,
We winning World Cup, everything in a cave.
I gotta represent for Jody.
Jody
I gotta
Jody getting his break.
represent for Jody.
Yeah, Jody, get through to you, boy. Yeah, for you. Go through, fellas.
Yeah. Mine is Haaland the Houdini.
Hey, yeah, boy, for real, boy. What Haaland was, boy?
Nice.
Go ahead, JP.
Well, I was on the same road as Phil, so I would just do my boy celebration. That is mine.
Ah, boy. Yeah, boy. That we talking about.
Mind over matter, man.
That we talking about. Chef.
Performance beats. Well, there's really 2 words, but performance beats old talk.
Yeah.
Performance beat old talk. All right. Yeah, because and if I could just hop on that, Chef. Before the game, Pep does normally do his mind games before he come and blow you out now. Talking about how Man United something he say.
It's back.
And he does normally Man United and he's normally do them kind of thing before he come and blow you out now. But we
Yeah.
wasn't taking that.
He likes
So
the gas, yeah.
yeah. So where's yours again, Chef? What you say? Performance beat old
Performance
talk.
beats old talk.
Yeah, so let Pep take that
Yeah.
and smoke it. Alright. Let me see what the comments have. Alright. Simeon saying I was going to Real Bar talk Bruno if he didn't score today. I did call the Fred in midfield, and he said he called
Yeah,
Fred
I
in the
had a
midfield
question
lineup.
mark in that. Yes.
Yeah.
I because when I would see when he pull off Fred early in the what was we playing? Charlton?
Charlton, yeah.
Yeah,
You thought he would have
I
been
had a
involved.
feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, Jody saying here, do study Saudi Ream. Study, I told you, Marcel only last about 6 games. Hey, Marcel, make a paper now. You're going on. He said, my 3-word, Marcel, not relevant. Here now, you stay there and fight to put Marcel while Man United winning. Right? Arun on the inside.
Yeah.
Search shop.
I guess what?
Fucking.
It's all pocket, man. Correct.
They said, yeah, well, cave represent don't fall for the trap. Junior Thomas on the inside, thanks for joining, man. He said,
Hey,
we
good
have
night,
a
man.
squad now, no more individuality. Well said.
Yep.
Well
Good
said.
night.
Yep.
Well said. Now, guys, we want to get into team news, and but you know we could split it up, right? So here I want Nico, Phil, and Chef, right? Oliver jump in on team news, and JP and Cave. I have something for Ollie after. All right, go through.
Right.
Yeah, team news for me. For some reason, was not surprised to see Shaw in the centre back position because looking at Martinez last game, I think I would have said it in the review last game that he's still not looking 100%. He's still not looking as sharp as he was supposed to prior to the World Cup.
Yep.
So seeing Shaw in the centre back for me was a no-brainer, you know, and I think over time I would have developed confidence that Shaw could handle the position. So seeing Shaw in the centre back position, I wasn't surprised and I was confident that he could have done a job. I know even Roy Keane would have spoken about it. I don't know if you all saw that quote where Roy Keane said, there's no way that Ten Hag is going to play Shaw in the centre back position against top teams. He can only do it against small teams, right?
Well,
Or we can't
we know how much how smart Roy Keane is. So yeah.
Yeah,
right. So we saw today, right? So again, to me, it shows that Ten Hag really, you know, what I mean, a step ahead, man. You know, he really out of the box to even do that. You know, so in the midfield, I think the midfield was more or less against Fred. I didn't see Fred starting. But I think I know he had a big role to play in this game today. So again, it shows a bit where Ten Hag is not naive with his team selection, playing against City, understanding the strength of City and trying to play counter it by playing Fred to man mark De Bruyne during the game, which I think again Fred did excellent. Other than one or two chances, maybe when De Bruyne would have gotten the assist for the goal. Outside of that, I think
Not Casemiro fault, man.
Yeah, you know, but I know Fred was doing a
The
job
Bruno
on
there sent
De Bruyne.
Casemiro to the stands, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, but again, Fred again, masterclass in the middle of the field today. It's really showing how Ten Hag is really developing these players. Players who are really struggling. Again, if you look at Wan Bissaka performance today, a player who was struggling, a player who was lacking confidence. You saw today where Bissaka at some point, I see Bissaka is a man a spanner, is a man a drag, and tough white play a nice pass.
I got the highlights.
Right?
I got them highlights in my phone. So if you want to send it to you, oh Lord.
Yeah, because I was like, well, who is this man? You know? So
I was driving when he do that. I nearly attack Hayes.
No, man, I got Chef. No. But I pull aside. We don't.
I was so shocked.
Right?
I was so shocked.
Your car insurance company watching.
Yeah.
Car insurance rate just gone up, boy.
Boy.
Yeah, and then the forward line. Again, I wasn't expecting, to be honest, Anthony not starting, and with him playing Bruno on the right, but I think that worked. I think that worked for the first half. I think we had an exceptional first half. I think we created about 2 or 3 quality chances in the first half that to me we should have at least taken one, but it didn't work out. But the second half is where, for me, we had that breakdown with the substitution with Martial coming off. And to me, it shows where we need that centre forward, that hold up play player, because Anthony came into that position, and I don't think Anthony did anything for the entire second half. You know, if I think about one thing Anthony did in that second half, that would be okay. But I can't remember one thing he did. So again, Weghorst coming into the team, I think it's important. I think even the timely arrival of him has been important. And again, we'll talk about the game as we go along.
Yeah. Let me just get some comments before I come to Chef, right? We have Dembe, Elliot, Brent on the inside. Thanks for joining, man.
Hey, good night, man.
He's saying Marcel appears
I think
on
Martial carry injury, man.
Yeah, he isn't playing the way he was playing before the season.
We're not saying.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, but you could have
He
seen
definitely carried an injury.
telling you. Yeah, sometimes
Marcel
when I
injured,
saw,
and you could see it.
Yeah. Anderson saying here Maguire has now become John O'Shea.
Now,
Come
on, man. Put some respect on John O'Shea, boy. John O'Shea can play right back and goalkeeper.
Yeah, and John O'Shea. I see John O'Shea play a defensive mid as well.
I see John O'Shea.
Defensive midfielder too. That was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me see if Maguire could put on all the different hats.
Right back, goalkeeper, defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
Jody saying here, Reem, as I said before, I will continue to be negative because the team winning. Yes, I will take the licks.
Yes, continue working that juju. If they decide the juju working on the juju working in the reverse, the juju working in the reverse. Continue, pal.
Hey, Davion on the inside. It's been a while, Davion. Thanks for joining, man. Long time. Glad to get you back on the inside, buddy. Right? Everson on the inside too. Thanks for joining, man. He's saying I tell all you one coming for Dallo spot, all you sleeping.
Alright, pump your brakes now. Pump your brakes.
I ain't know about all of that.
Wan-Bissaka still get caught up on that header. That Jack Grealish header.
I really don't think he'll come down to anybody taking anybody's place. I really like how Ten Hag rotating his squad, because we would have think that Malacia was going for short space. Yeah. But Malacia getting real games, even when Shaw playing at left back. So I think Ten Hag, this is a good problem for Ten Hag to have.
It's one of the best rotation I've seen.
Exactly, because you could imagine if Wan-Bissaka wasn't at the levels that he at right now, what would I be? Or is he would I be having Lindelof playing right back?
Yep.
Boy.
Davion saying here, you see that you're doing, stop it. I don't know who you're talking to. Sorry, I don't know if there's any comments. We're having a discussion there, right? Trent Pacheco on the inside, thanks for joining, man. He's saying Fred was massive. One mistake that he made that resulted in a goal, where De Bruyne got space to cross, and he had an assist. I think it's Casemiro who
I think you know
Fred mistaken
on that comment. A lot of people are saying the fault was Casemiro, you know. People keep on blaming Fred there.
No, I think the reason he was saying is because Fred was with that man marking Jawan during the game.
Yeah.
So everybody's that he flipped Fred didn't pick him up, and that is why he was able to, to
also Casemiro pick up for Fred.
Fred has been an easy target for the fan base for too long. Even when McTominay doing bad, Fred used to get blamed for McTominay doing bad. Fred is an easy target for the fan base, man.
Yeah.
I used to hear people say, McTominay better than Fred. Oh, Brazilian starter. Let me not get into that conversation.
Yeah, we had some question marks over Fred, especially which passport he had.
Bigger question marks over McTominay. Bigger question marks over McTominay, buddy. He can't even start in midfield for his team. For a team that not even ranked in the top 20.
Yeah. We talk about that multiple times on this show.
Yeah, Jody's saying here, this is where someone with experience comes in when Casemiro did not tackle De Bruyne and give away a penalty. If it was someone else, I'm sure they was pelting a triple tackle here. It's tough luck on the goal we considered, but Casemiro made the right decision. Dembe,
Jody can wait here for a grass for Brazilians, boy. Great one for Anthony too.
Yeah. Fighting down Johnny O'Shea. Junior Thomas, our future is bright to Garnacho. Yeah, Garnacho came in and
X
made a real
factor, boy.
difference, but yeah, he could.
Definite X
Yeah,
factor.
Very.
Thanks for joining,
Alejo
Kirk.
is using Garnacho.
Yeah.
Yes.
Saying the fault was Wan-Bissaka for not protecting his
Exactly,
back
Gerald
post.
Thomas, and that's his weak point in his game. How many
But
how many
you
header
think
clearances
so?
we see Dalot made this
No,
season?
because it had two people around Bissaka, so who Bissaka was supposed to pick up? The man who was coming in, the man who he had covered.
So right now, Basaka had two chances, but Basaka had two people around, which was Erling Haaland and Jack Grealish, right? And
Exactly, and
the
he was
obvious,
on Haaland.
the
That was
obvious,
I find that was hard to
Yeah.
blame, and I
Yeah.
always
Bissaka.
find one out of position. But
Man,
one
No,
was
but he was on
tough.
positioning.
Haaland.
I
He was
was
on
just about to
Haaland.
say, Chef, positioning.
the question you got to ask, as you as a defender, who are you looking to defend, Jack Grealish or Haaland?
Yeah.
You only can defend one, and I going for Haaland all day, every day.
Right, exactly. Every day
Yeah.
you go for Haaland.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I can't blame
That's
Bissaka for
that's
that.
the point in the box. Yeah.
Exactly. So Junior Thomas, I mean, check back on that one now, buddy. Right?
Cave agree with him, eh?
Phyllis-
Cave agree with him for that one.
Yeah, Cave with that one. Check back that one. Right? We should have been
We
two
should.
up at half
What's
time.
that?
Next
Wait,
step is scoring
what
early
he said? What he
chances.
said? I missed that one.
No, Reem tell JR that nah, it's hard to blame Basaka, and I know you would have said also that it's Basaka fault now. And he tell JR come back with that one, so I guess he had to tell you the same thing too. Come back with that one, Cave. You know it's hard to blame Basaka for that goal.
Right? That's the goal we can. That goal Jack
He
Grealish
still got
scored.
who he lets me.
How we go?
Listen, I will go
two
see it
people.
again because I will go see it. Listen, I will go see it again because I ain't taking your word for it. I get on with shit.
I got a
I
question.
go on with shit for no.
I have a question because on the last podcast there was some Fuad Man City guy in the comments. There was some Fuad Man
He ain't here
City guy in
today.
the comments
He ain't here
talking
today.
about, I am
Hiding,
a
he hiding.
I'm
He's
a
a no-show.
Manchester City fan from Abu Dhabi. I said, okay,
Yeah.
no problem. Where are you tonight? We have
Yeah,
6
he
guys
hiding, he
here
hiding.
waiting on you. Don't have us holding up, man. Where are you? I can search for you and I can
He
slide in
having
your,
a party, man.
I can search for you and I can slide in your
Abu Dhabi
DMs.
had.
I can slide in your DMs with this link. That's what we're doing.
I
That's
think-
what we're doing, man.
So
I think it's
this
sleep
one.
time for him, man. He's sleeping, man. Sleeping off his
Yeah,
stress.
probably late. He are going through that. He had to cry himself to sleep. All right. So JP, I know you're a real Marcus Rashford guy. You know. Do you think our dependence on Rashford's goals is a concern? Right? Because I mean, he is the guy coming up big for we, and we load in Rashford. Rashford in form, hot form, fire. Do your thing, buddy. But when we saw him go down today, it was almost as, hey, damn, right? Men holding their head and then saying, oh crap, Rashford to the hell, you know?
Listen,
But is it a concern?
watching, boy.
Yeah, is it a, because Kevin always says, you know, we won Rashford and Casemiro injury away from panic.
From last season
That's
Yeah.
on Naragnik.
Yeah. So JP, where's your thoughts on our seeming dependence on Rashford's contributions?
It is. I think it is something we had to be concerned about because he is the main man. He is the go-to guy for the goals now. We're seeing a few more players getting involved in goals, but I think not as much as we would like to see it. Hopefully, the addition of Weghorst could help with that once we get supply in him. Like we're not a great prolific goal scorer, but I think he is somebody that could come and make a contribution once we get any proper supply in. I think we need to see a little more from Anthony, and we want to get some more from midfield. So maybe today Bruno to the school could be a catalyst to him kicking on now and scoring some as he did in his first season with us. So I think we start to see more coming from different parts of the field in terms of goal contribution. Then we could rely less on Rashford, but I want him to continue in the form that he's in, of course, and continue scoring the goals that he's scoring. Because, I mean, that can only do well for us. But we really need to see more from other players. We started to get some from Ericsson too recently, so he and all started to get involved in scoring some goals, but I think we need to see more from the front line. Martial, as we say before World Cup, we said it, we carried on Martial. We had to look for something in January, and I think we did it. So we need to see if Ten Hag could do something here now with Weghorst, because a lot of people say, there's nothing to be excited about. It's not a big exciting signing, but obviously, seeing what he has done, I am optimistic about it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Chef?
JP said something, right? That's no, right? JP said something. You said that Weghorst is not a prolific striker, but from Weghorst stats, other than for Burnley, his stats is like one
Right,
goal
Burnley,
every
yeah.
other
One
game.
eight,
You know?
22.
He has
Yes,
a decent
Every 2 games.
conversion rate.
Yeah,
yes, yeah. So again, in a
yeah,
quality
yeah.
team, you might see that coming to the fore. So I think he can be a prolific
Right,
striker.
right. Yeah.
Chef?
Which one you have my answer? But the Rashford or the team sheet?
Yeah. Well, you can touch on two.
So I understand the concern that might be there about Marcus, our reliance on Marcus. But here you see, what you need to do? Score. Not so? You need to score goals. So basically, this is the first season he has been doing his work at a proper rate. Let me be real. The Marcus we see him now is the player we've been hoping to have a while now, because we always see any talent there. But is the consistency to go with the talent? So
Correct.
you're correct. Ideally, we like to see the goals shared around the team. But Dredd, he just doing his work, and I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, yeah. Phil, you want to jump in on this?
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's something that has been in the back of my mind for the last couple of weeks, right? Because at the end of the day, you see a Marcus Rashford scoring almost every single game, right? And I know, like, obviously with Weghorst coming in, we don't know what he can do.
9 in a row.
What he can do for Manchester United as yet, right? So this whole being dependent on Marcus Rashford is a curse and a blessing, right? It's a blessing because you definitely have one of the most informed strikers, not only in the EPL but in Europe. But that guy went down today, and I was like, Jesus Lord, and I was like, who are we gonna bring on, or how long this injury? And a lot of questions started circulating in my head, right? So we definitely have Marcus Rashford for right now, and we're just gonna take it game by game. But definitely, I want to see, because there's 15 to 16 games left in this transfer window. I want to see what Ten Hag is going to do with regards to if he's going to bring in maybe another attacking midfielder. I'm seeing Dembele will leave Barcelona. Not Dembele, Memphis Depay. He could be a desperate buy for us, but
Yeah,
it leaves us
for
with
some reason I have seen that.
I don't see it either.
Yeah.
But it's a cheaper option, right? So
Yeah. Let me just get some comments here, guys. All right. Dembe saying here in the first half, Rashford 1-on-1 could have been squared back to Martial. Yeah, I think he had two chances. The first one when he wronged the keeper, I thought his shot was well saved by the defender, but the second one, I thought he could have cut that back. Right, but his heavy touch kind of sell him short there. Right, Junior on the inside, the Arsenal man,
Junior.
he's saying glory, glory, Man United. Well, just for today, great win, thanks, fellas.
we coming for you next, boy.
You are welcome. You are welcome. But we coming for your 3 points too. Don't worry. We coming for Arsenal 3 points too.
Which way? Yes,
I hope
We
you
taxing
tune in when we play that.
the big six this season.
Here now, yes, how Chelsea huff them again It's
Yeah, but
today.
who now? But Chelsea moving desperate, boy.
Yeah,
Wow.
real desperate. And all this time I thought this fella was real.
Real
He was
stink, like.
really intent on going to Arsenal, you know.
That's not, yeah.
Yeah, but it looked like he just wanted to leave Shakhtar.
He was watching all Arsenal games and posting it
Yeah.
on his Instagram.
That because Arsenal was the only interested club. The Chelsea come in late and get through, and he just signed. He wanted out of Shakhtar. That was going on, right? He just wanted out. So whoever was showing interest, he was going.
Chelsea
Yeah.
the schoolboy that copy off your paper in a test
Yeah,
and
boy.
end up getting more than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get more than you.
Jody said, yeah, earlier, sure, you remember Ole wanted to sell Rashford for 60 mil. Nah, JP
Yeah,
didn't want
boy.
to sell Rashford. JP didn't want to sell. I wanted to sell Rashford.
Yeah, boy.
Who wanted
Man,
to sell
man,
that?
making
I'm
more-
forgiving the boy that wanted Rashford
Yeah,
so.
nah, this whole fan base, all we on here was saying take the money, right? Let me act, right? But I eating my words,
Oh,
right?
oh. Oh, don't include me in that.
I don't know if he was on our podcast,
Admit that.
Chef, and Kev. I don't know if I was on that podcast, but I remember
Nah,
it's at a
he
real
wasn't
men,
on that
real
one.
men. No, but I said it's at a real men.
It was
Real men.
on that one. We would have
But
gone
we
war.
eating words.
We would have gone
We
war.
eating we words. Rashford living up. We just what consistency as we always say, right?
For sure.
Kurt saying here, you have to remember, Chef, that in the last 2 years, Marcus was nursing an injury and he was trying still, but I am glad that he regained form thanks Benny McCarthy. No doubt Benny McCarthy doing nothing earlier.
Yeah.
You know,
He's doing good.
Kevin
But-
Akeem Williams on the inside.
I can answer Kurt on that question. Since
Yeah, sure.
since like his only chef is here on the panel there.
Yeah, we missed Martial.
My problem with Marcus has been a lot more than the fitness part, you know. My problem with Marcus actually has been more his in-game thinking and decision making. So I could give a player the whole thing about not playing fit, but let me be real. Unless right in this podcast, I've said it on more than one occasion. Marcus' brain in general. How much time have I said that?
Yeah.
I've said it a million times. So that's my problem
Chef.
with him.
Rashford just turned 25, right? How many 23-year-olds you see? How many 23-year-old wingers out there you see making good decisions? Count them out.
Dan, let me not go
How
down
many
that road.
23-year-old younger wingers
Let
you
me
see making
not
good
go down that
decisions?
road, King.
Mbappe.
How many?
It's a plenty more.
Dan,
how many?
The
Mbappe's
fact of the
one.
matter is,
Come back here.
What plenty more what?
Marcus Rashford playing for
I can't
Manchester
remember
United since what age?
More
Stop
percentage.
making excuses.
More
No.
percentage.
Stop making excuses.
More
His decision
percentage.
making was poor.
We had
Nah,
Nani.
but
And his
Kev,
finishing
Ronaldo.
was poor too.
No, but Chef,
Yeah.
Marcus,
His decision making and finishing was poor. Come down, man. Don't do me like
That
that,
has
man.
improved. That has improved. I will be grateful for also.
No, that his finishing was pretty
Rashford
average
was-
for a winger.
Rashford's
Yeah.
worst season was last season.
Exactly,
His worst
man.
season was
Last
last season.
his
Before
and
that,
2 seasons
But
before
even-
that,
but-
this man
but-
banging 20 plus
like he was
20
not
plus
league.
goals and assists.
Don't forget, I've said many times on this podcast over the last couple of seasons where we had Ole and Ralph in charge, right? I've said the difference between Kylian Mbappe and Marcus Rashford will always come down to decision making. I've
Yes!
always said that.
No, but
Correct.
if I could just jump in on this, right? Just to respond to what JP and K saying, even though statistics-wise last season was Rashford's worst, we have been lamenting about Rashford's decision making even when he was scoring goals because he was seeing how poor his decisions and choices, and he'll shoot when he should pass, he'll pass when he should shoot. Sometimes he'll be blasting knuckleball instead of simple
You gotta learn the
finesse.
trade. You gotta make the mistakes to learn the trade, buddy.
No. Well, learn that to
Nah,
train in. Don't come
oh
in
my
big games
God.
and learn that when you're the main attacker, right? So all we're saying is what
What is
could have
Rashford the
been-
main
what-
attacker?
No.
Poor
What could
scouting,
have been
poor team assembling.
what could have been
got no
a
door,
very
Rashford.
key? What could have been very key to Rashford changing his decision making now is the appointment of Benny McCarthy. All right, Rashford, when you're here, try this instead.
Or Ten Hag.
Or even Ten Hag,
Or
right?
Ten Hag.
So we
Yeah.
could say yes,
Yeah.
it was a fault of lack of proper coaching, But at the same time, it still doesn't mean that he wasn't very poor in his decision making before.
He was. That's my whole thing.
I,
I'm
I,
like,
I,
what?
I can show you something that happened today. I don't know
So,
if you guys
so
realize when they set the goal that Marcus Rashford scored. You saw that when Garnacho was about to cross, Rashford was offside. You
Yeah.
saw Marcus Rashford walk back on
he got
side,
back on stage.
check
Yeah.
check in
Yeah.
front to see if he was behind because Garnacho sent Nathan Ake back to Bournemouth. But anyway, he checked and see if he was back on side. And as soon as Garnacho swing his foot, Marcus Rashford made himself available, right?
Yeah.
And Marcus Rashford of before,
Poacher's goal.
exactly. And Marcus Rashford of before, in my opinion, would have stayed offside, and obviously, boom, it would have still been
No, no,
1-1.
no. He wouldn't have stayed offside. He wouldn't even be in that position.
Yeah,
He would
yeah,
not
that
be.
was the issue.
That was the
Correct
issue.
him.
Yeah, he would
That
not
was
be
the
there.
issue with Marshall. That's the issue with Marshall and Rashford. How many these guys are the coach?
So here's that. You use that example, Phil. Let me use Bruno goal. A Marcus Rashford of old would have caught that ball.
Yeah, when I touch it, here I touch it.
He not touch it.
Touch it. You gotta touch it.
As we on it, and I'm glad Chef, I'm glad they bring up that. So let me get into that, right? Now,
Wait. So I get to
goal.
talk about the two questions. I raise and get skip, Kareem.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
origin time, right? Hard luck.
Go on.
No, but we want to talk about Bruno goal, right? Now Rashford. So I'm posting this one for Nico first and give you come in after, right? So that we don't miss you again, right? So Nico, because of your experience as a referee, now the goal was given, but the argument from all the rival fans and everybody who don't like Man United is that Rashford was offside and he was interfering with play, even though he didn't touch the ball. What was your thoughts on that decision?
Initially, when I saw it, I say offside, right? But then when I look it over, what I saw was even when Rashford made the run, he wasn't in at that point. It would have been interfering with our opponent, right? Because they could be in an offside position, but they're not offside, right? So as the AR or the linesman, you would wait and see if he's interfering with play or if he's interfering with our opponent. And the moment if he touched the balls in that instance, then he's offside. If he don't touch the ball and one, he's not interfering with our opponent, because when you look at the defenders and the distance of the defenders from the ball, he wasn't impacting them.
Akanji had so much space to at least shut down the football. A lot of them.
Because that happened so quick.
Yeah.
If you look at it over, that
He had no chance.
He had no chance. It had so much space between the ball and the defender that, let me say, if it had a possibility that Akanji was closer to the ball where he could have challenged the ball,
Correct.
And he didn't challenge, and he couldn't challenge it because of Rashford maybe giving away a penalty, red card in that situation, I would say, all right, the guy is wrong. But the distance between them was far. And then Bruno was coming on at speed also. So to me, it was the right decision. I could see where it could have confusion. No, I didn't see that part, but I could see where it could have confusion.
Now Bruno said afterwards that he didn't say anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If somebody then it had somebody in that play was shouting, "Leave it."
No, I didn't hear that.
Bruno said it was he wasn't saying anything. Rashford just left it on his own. They interviewed Rashford and Bruno together, and Rashford just left it.
Yes, so I say the confusion. So the confusion would have been, to me, the distance the defenders were from the ball, and to me the distance was so wide they couldn't make up the space to the ball. And to me, because of that is where they would have given the goal. But I could see where the confusion would come from. But to me, it's a good goal. But again, it had to be concept as a assistant referee. You had to wait and see what happens, and then after make a decision.
You said me, Reem?
Yeah.
All right, since I ain't got nothing to add to that, I can go back to the question from before. But the Rashford carrying the burden. You know what? Like Chef said, Rashford, that's part of his job to score. My concern is, I think Ten Hag getting unlucky with the attackers. We started this season with Rashford, Ronaldo, Martial, Anthony,
Sancho.
Bruno,
Nacho.
Sancho.
Son,
We added Garnacho, and
Ilanga.
we can throw Elanga into the equation for namesake. We can throw Elanga.
Ilanga. Yeah.
Let me line, fellas. Let me line. Don't get on me for Elanga. Let me line. I know I want to itchy like. But we started the season on all of these attackers, and it's concerning to see that Rashford is the only one that has took his game to another level. The rest have either regressed or stagnated, become irrelevant. So that's concerning. And like I said earlier, we know what game number 18. We not halfway through the Premier League season yet. So hopefully the Wedge Horse coming in, and Sancho is soon to come back. I hope. It's just a bunch of hope right now that we kick on, that the attackers, I should say, because when they look at the numbers, only in the Premier League, only 11 players have scored goals this season. And Rashford is the closest to double digits. Last season, we had 2 people in double digits. The previous 2 seasons, we had 3 people in double digits in 1920 and 2021. And in 1920, we had 14 scores, I think. In 2021 season, we had 16. And last season, we had 12. So Rashford cannot carry this burden alone. The other guys need to pick it up. If we're going to do anything significant this season, they need to pick it up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we are unlucky because you got Sancho that got to get his head straight, got to get in shape. Anthony, I tried talking about Anthony, so I can talk about Anthony today. Elanga, non-factor. Garnacho still learning his trade. Bruno, he's one that will say stagnate because he hasn't been scoring many goals this season. He is stagnated with creating chances, but he's stagnated with the scoring goals. So Rashford can't do it alone. But it's concerning that only one out of 8 of the attackers is concerned. Only 1 out of 8 of the attackers that we started the season with has pushed on.
I see this whole paragraph on Twitter trending where Man City fans, I didn't even know they had fans, but they are taking this paragraph out of this offside rule, and it's saying a player moving from or standing in an offside position is in the way of an opponent and interferes with the movement of the opponent, which Marcus Rashford did not do. Marcus Rashford did not interfere with Kanji. He didn't.
Yeah.
Then it says with the movement of the opponent towards the ball. This is an offside offense if it impacts or the ability of the player or the opponent to play on the challenge of the ball. I repeat this again. Watch over the highlights. Marcus Rashford did not impact the movement or interfere with Akanji going for the ball. Watch over the highlights.
Akanji stay for himself.
Even if they watch it over, they can still go down. They can still go down.
But let me ask you, let me follow up this question, Phil, right? And just being devil's advocate a little bit, right? But the fact that Rashford, he didn't touch the ball, right? The movement of the ball, as you say. But he was on the ball, right? He was on the ball. And so let's just say he wasn't there. You don't think Ederson would, I guess, come out and take the ball? So the fact that he was there, Ederson wasn't sure whether he should come or wait and protect his goal. So you don't think that's kind of interfering with play?
Not really.
He's too far from the ball too.
He's too far. Because that means
he get there too late.
Potentially trip up Bruno for even a penalty. Because Ederson couldn't reach it. Because Bruno was right there.
The closest person was Kyle Walker.
Yeah.
And Bruno had he beat.
Like Nico
stay.
Yeah, no.
Nico, you got to be neighbor.
You hear me there now?
That's a neighbor for some Wi-Fi there, Nico.
Yeah. No, I don't care about saying something after.
No, that was just my question.
No, I would say that Kyle Walker was the closest to Bruno.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the fact that Rashford was there, that would not have affected you know, if Rashford was not there, you still think Bruno would have reached before Ederson if he came off his line.
Well, I guess that the judgment the referees make on the day.
Because remember again, the ball rolling toward Ederson, eh? It's not rolling away from
no,
Ederson.
it wasn't going. It wasn't going. It was actually going across. It wasn't going straight. It was going across, and Bruno was
actually like swinging away. It was swinging away.
Yeah. And Bruno was running onto the ball. So again is remember refereeing is a human thing as well, right? And in that spot, the moment, people could see things differently. You know, you're punching in a computer and spitting out a result.
No, well, for me, at the end of the day, when I go back to Sociedad and I see we get a Dutch penalty and that have we playing against Barca next month.
Nobody sees it as I know. It is I know. Nobody sees
we win. Right?
And we've been watching football long enough to know they Saudi Arab had the green does go at times. And
that's right.
Today, we got it. And we take it and we just we move on.
Completely agree with Nico there. That's why you will hardly ever hear me talking about refereeing decision, because I honestly feel you win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
And every team does profit and lose at some time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liverpool for some reason was getting it for a long time, eh? Salah getting pinch and for long and he getting a penalty.
Let me get some comments here, guys. All right, the comments tick inside here. So Kurt saying here, yeah, boy, Kevin, we missed Marcel a bit when with the build-up play.
Yeah,
so let's see what we can do. Yeah, the start of the second half, we was
Marcel injured? He's injured, right?
Look so.
Yeah.
Look so. Clear.
That second half, we was all over the place because we had to change the whole structure of the team.
Yeah.
So we had an excellent first half playing a certain way, and now second half, we had to figure it out more or less now.
And that's when City came into the
game because Anthony never played centre forward for us. Right? Yeah. He can't hold up the play, but there he was. So the team now had to figure it out. Bruno moving from right to left, from left to right, to the middle.
It was
chaotic. It was real chaotic. And it's because of that one change. That work was finding is so critical for us.
Yeah. Sylvian saying here, I need somebody in midfield to be able to beat one or two men and not go down with the slightest physical challenge. Kurt saying here, all the money Chelsea pelting, they're still gonna not make top 4, top 10, yeah. And Potter would lose his work by March. What?
Potter lost the broomstick, man. No, better he stay. Why
I want him stay. Let him stay riding.
Yeah. Kurt saying here, Marcus IQ was questionable, but not only him. All right. Jody saying, yes, boy, Cave, deal with them. I know what you're talking about. We said that competition gone so far. Right? So I know what you're talking about, Jody. Favor Adam. Thanks for joining, man. He's saying manship will not make it into top 4. I read it as a seat, but I probably know he was trying to say, but I read it as a seat, right? So whoever is manship you're talking about, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, just replace the P with a T. That's all I can say.
Jody saying, so what will have to say about Martial? We are not so Martial because the injury come off. Jody is our agenda. Where's the agenda?
Let me massage Jody a little bit. Jody, and we talk about it, you know. Martial is not a reliable player, and we beat it all season. We know that. As much as he's a defensive player, he know that too. Right?
Full stop. Punto finale. Moving on.
We move. Right?
Martial need to finish the season on fire, man.
Yeah, he gonna need him too. On fire, don't worry. Gregory on the inside, Gregory, what's going on, buddy? He's saying how exactly was he interfering, being that he doesn't automatically right. He impacted the play. Akanji fell asleep. I think all of them was waiting for the referee to raise the flag because he was clear offside.
You see what you said there is exactly that.
And I would say play to the whistle.
Correct.
But dog, that is football in basics.
Yeah.
No,
I can't do interview after the game. He said that he saw Rashford was offside and he stopped.
Yeah.
So he
But
Then he's
it's
an
not
idiot.
Rashford
he allowed
But it's
the
not
ball
Rashford scored the
to
goal.
go,
So what's your point?
and it
Isn't
and
it
it and it, and
Rashford?
it reached the Bruno. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah,
It
you
reached
gotta
the
play.
Bruno.
Yeah, you
So
gotta play
that's
to
why
the
you can't
whistle.
be
You gotta play to
sour.
the whistle.
yeah.
I
Bitter.
can't see
Let
saying
him.
them things is the reason
Yeah.
when men fit he not started.
Nah, but you crazy or Akanji? Nah. I respect Akanji, but Akanji's a
No,
proper
yeah, I
Akanji,
can't
athlete.
you
And
playing
not
good,
fine.
but Nico, when
Yeah,
when
I can't beat him.
Diaz come back and Stones come back, I
He
can't just sit
not
down.
starting.
Yeah, I feel he's starting still, boy.
Nah, he is
Nah.
starting
When
ahead of
what
Stones and
when Diaz
Yeah,
he had
he's
Diaz on the
starting.
bench. He
Diaz
had
was
Diaz on the
Starting
injured.
bench.
over Stones.
Diaz
Diaz
injured.
was
Diaz was
So
injured,
injured.
pal.
Diaz was injured on the bench then.
Yeah, he
The
wasn't
man
fit. He
wasn't
wasn't
fully
fit.
fit. Diaz came from an injury
Man
and
was on the bench
and
and
start.
Akanji was starting.
There's no way you could say
You go
Akanji
see,
better than Diaz, Nico.
no,
Don't God you
I
wicked.
think he quicker. I think he quicker, and I think that is
But
what Pep like.
he better than Stones
Yeah,
though.
that
He better than
the
Stones.
quickness is why he get
Yeah.
bored today.
Could say here, Lord, I hope we protect Garnacho as much as possible. But I hate to see this new generational talent end up being spoiled.
No,
I
not
think
Ten Hag.
Ten Hag dealing with them
No,
thing.
not that.
Christopher on the inside.
Okay.
Christopher, thanks for joining, man.
Yeah,
He's saying
he's
Martial
the
just.
next national boy here.
Yeah, they my boy. They my boy. Yeah, Christopher. They my boy here. He's saying Martial just injury prone. Ten
Cool.
Hag has said himself
Right, yeah, back on
how
now.
key he is to the attack. No doubt.
Listen,
I think not only him,
everybody
but
know that.
his style of football is keep to the attack.
That's right.
It have other
But-
players with a
Yeah.
similar style who could
Yeah.
hold up the play and link the play.
With that
And the
style.
moment
Yeah.
you get a
Yeah,
reliable
but that's
player
who we
could
have.
do that,
But that's who we have now. So that's why he
that's who
just
we have. That's
highlighting.
who we have.
Like
Yeah,
he
for
just
sure.
highlighting that, right?
Yeah.
Could say
And
here,
the
yeah,
thing
boy,
about
that.
it be and Riemann all could I can't believe we still talk about Martial. But anyhow,
We just read the comments.
Riemann all could admit that and how long we going to keep on having a player who yes on his day good, but
Good.
can't do
Yeah,
a whole
talented,
season,
talented.
boy.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
frustrating, man. Even me and all guys get
Especially
annoyed.
especially in a position where we're not deep at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could see here that hyena what Pogba leave hurting Martial. Yeah, nah. Let me put this thing to bed, right? All you realize before every game, Ten Hag is going to walk that pitch. It's the blood he bleeding on that pitch, so that hyena had nothing
Yeah.
to do with nothing. Ten Hag is going to walk on that pitch and make sure no hyena affect no players. Right? So that injury is Martial. And Martial own
He's a French.
doing.
Marcel need do
Jordan,
so.
you mad at French boys with French boys beat Brazil over?
Yeah, he fighting on the Frenchman and he uplifting the Brazilians. Yeah. All right. Gary saying here, remind them about Rodri against Aston Villa in 2020-2021. He came back from an offside position, took the ball. Oh, I remember that. I
Yes.
remember this goal.
Yes.
Judgment.
Because
Hey,
yes.
because the defender touched the ball, right?
Yeah.
And I don't go through that arguing with men about refereeing decisions, you know.
Yeah. Junior Thomas saying here, I think Ilanga need a loan move. Yeah, he'll get that.
I
Too.
think
know that-
we spoke about that.
Loan to
He'll
sell.
get that. Yeah, they want to almost burn down Goodison Park today. And Everton still lost, eh? Gary saying here, Walker and Akanji fell asleep. That's on them. Yeah, no doubt. Jory saying here, Kurt, that Juju working in the opposite. Right, okay, that's too early talking that talk day. Romel Hall on the inside, thanks for joining, buddy. He's saying, to be honest, the first goal is a joke that it's allowed. Rashford was clearly offside. City defender man Country said he runs to the last second and only stopped because Bruno was coming behind him.
Shout out to Romel.
Right, I think
Romel is out to Barbados, so shout out to him as well, too, man.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah, man.
All right, good night,
Thanks for
brother.
joining, buddy. All right. You're saying here, no, I'm not taking that kind of response from us. So the other forward we had earlier digging his performance, all the bias on the shoulders. You see the other forward that we dig out, Jody, calls that on himself, right?
That way you had a free
Calls that on
to
himself.
Saudi Arabia.
Oh, boy, Reem, don't take that bait, Reem. Don't take that bait.
Who's the other forward that
How we turn a victory over
7.
Manchester
Who's the other forward?
City into a debate
Who?
between us? What the hell?
Yeah, boy, you know what? Let me ignore Jody. Yeah, let me ignore Jody, right? Jody, you
I
can't
don't know
ignore
why
her.
you taking that bait. And Jody's out on that ring right now laughing.
Doing on the inside, doing good night, man. Thanks for joining. Glory, glory, Man United. What a great weekend. It's just for Arsenal to lose tomorrow.
I
Yeah.
don't want Arsenal lose.
You
Let
right?
that
Draw.
game
A
draw.
draw. We were draw. We
I
were
want
draw.
draw.
Oh,
Spurs.
yeah.
I really think Spurs is that check to anything? Come
I
on,
want
man.
them
I'm
draw.
not afraid of
Spurs
Spurs. Let
Not,
Spurs
not the
win.
derby draw.
Spurs
Let
has a
Spurs
good home
win.
record versus Arsenal, right?
I can't get both of them to lose. So the next best thing is a draw.
Nah, the Arsenal lost.
Now let Spurs win. Let
Um,
Spurs win.
Yeah.
Somebody
yeah.
winning that
Do
game,
Yeah.
buddy. And I hope it's
Yeah,
Spurs.
Yeah.
yeah, well, we hope Spurs win because, I mean, Spurs more likely to get a draw than win, eh? Dwayne on the inside, he's saying, fellas, good night. I don't care. Glory, glory, Man United. Talk to me nice. Yes.
Watch out all of your teeth in my damn post at them now, boy. Dwayne, he's not my brethren again.
So, fellas, you know, we want to wrap it because I mean I had some more stuff that we could have talked on. I just want to get through some comments from our esteemed manager, right? And we just want to talk about this one, but you know what? I'll come to that one last, right? So this was some of the comments that Erik Ten Hag made today after the game post match. He said, "This is why I came to Manchester. This club is a monster." He said Old Trafford is a stadium with the right vibe. If you manage to light the
Yeah.
fire, you get an amazing experience.
Yep.
Right? He also said, we can achieve something at Manchester United in this season. I am convinced. Right? So this is going to lead me to...
That will be a man, boy. You know,
That was saying goosebumps up my spine, boy. I said, yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
If Ten Hag
He's
say
a
it, I
fan, yeah.
believe in.
Ten Hag one of the
Right?
fans, yeah.
So,
Yep.
with this
He
comment on the
enjoyed that
screen,
win
fellas.
today.
No, with this comment on the screen, fellas, this is what I'm going to post to you all. Is the title charge on? Ole, we winning the league? We winning the league, Ole?
I can answer that after the Arsenal game. I can be honest.
After
Why
the
after the
Arsenal
Arsenal game? Why after the
No,
Arsenal
but-
game, chef? And
No. After the Arsenal game, I will really answer that about if we really in the running. Nah.
To me, depend on the striker, right? If we have, because as we say, if Rashford go down, right, for some reason, or Rashford have a loss of form, we have to have somebody to pick up them goals.
We gonna have somebody. We have
So
faith
as long
in the team.
as we had that, yeah, I'm telling you, we can give real trouble. Teams had to be looking out for us, to be honest. As long as we have them that goals in the team, I think we definitely in a title challenge.
I think we have enough, right? And all the front line lacking right now is consistency, you know. Ten Hag
Yeah.
said it. Ten Hag said that this
Yeah,
and he was
yeah,
referring
yeah.
to Rashford, Marcel, and Anthony. Those guys hardly play together. So if it's injury for this one, because when they played together against who was Bournemouth, right? Then the game after that, I think Anthony get injured. Then the game after that now, Marcel get injured. So you see the consistency for that front three. That's what we're lacking, and I really think that the players that we have goals. And then you're talking about Sancho coming back. You're talking about Weghorst now as an option. I think we have goals. I think we could score goals. Right?
Garnacho.
Fellas,
So,
don't
Garnacho
put
and all
too much
chipping in with some
faith.
assists.
Don't put too much faith in Martial. I
No,
don't know if
I
it was
mean,
this panel I don't know if it was this panel that I spoke on, but with them sort of injuries, they don't injure you seriously, but they restrict you, especially if you keep sprint. And Martial's game depend on a lot of sprinting, so
Yeah.
it can keep restricting him. He's not going to get no serious injuries, but he's going to be very restricted, and that's what we're seeing in Martial's game for the last couple of games now. Because, hey, listen, man, since September, I call this thing since September when he got his hamstring and calf injury. I said that's a hip or lower back injury. So it says so, and it turned out to be that. That turned out to be a diagnosis. I'm familiar with these injuries. I had it.
But don't you think, Cave, because you know how Ten Hag want to use him as more of a kind of facilitator as opposed to the poacher to score? You don't think that would kind of be the reason why he may not get much goals, and we mightn't see him poaching to score more goals as opposed to more trying
But
to facilitate others.
he ain't facilitating, he ain't pressing. Marshall was a
I disagree with that.
non-factor.
I disagree with that.
Marshall had one or two good link up plays today, but without that ability to move around as he need to, it's
That
hindering his
was
game.
specifically today because he injured today. He was injured. He played injured today. But if you
He
say
been
he
playing like
come,
he injured
if
for
he
the
came
past few
back,
games too.
I
He
disagree with
been
that.
playing like he injured for the past two games.
I disagree with that. I
You
disagree with
could
that.
see with that. Marshall is not moving around that much. Marshall looked like how he looked under Ollie, and Marshall even said it last year that he was playing with injuries. The manager was asking him to play through injuries, and Marshall is starting to look like that again. He's not
Who
moving
run that
around. He's
game
not
again?
moving around that much. He's not. I wish there was a way that I could attract the mileage because I can assure you that Marshall's movement. Because remember when Marshall was coming on for games for Cristiano early in the season, Marshall was full of so much sprinting, so much pressing. Marshall was all over. We thought like, boy, we had Ten Hag
Yeah.
had Marshall, you know. But it's day and night between the Marshall early in the season where he was healthy versus no. It's day and night.
All right. Let me just get one more comment from Eric Ten Hag. Right? And we can
Jody,
wrap up
see
with this
Jody,
one.
that's what is winning Marshall argument, Jody. That's what is winning.
No. I guess watching time. It's time I watching, and I could watch my. I will go to you. I will go head to head with you. You know. I guess watching time. Ten Hag said, right, and this is what he said at the beginning of his
10 a.m.
his tenure here. He said, "I admire both Man City and Liverpool. They play fantastic football, but you will always see eras come to an end." JP, is City, Man City, Manchester City, Man City, and Liverpool, their period of dominance, is it coming to an end?
Liverpool for sure.
That
Liverpool for sure.
true.
And all right enough City. City still have plenty firepower and Pep is still a very good coach. And I think the style of play with City a little different with the addition of Haaland this season. As much as he's scoring plenty goals, I think their style of play is still adapting to him as the type of striker that he is. So I wouldn't say City era coming to the end. Liverpool, yeah, because you're seeing where they're not making like proper replacements in the team to have the continuity. So yeah, Liverpool for sure. But City not winning the title this year, that for me will be a great. I don't want them getting that title at all. So in a sense, that era, but that's not really an era because they win two titles in two back to back. So missing this year is not an era coming to an end. Unless Pep leave,
Yeah, boy.
then we could say well maybe you might see something starting to happen in terms of the era coming to an end.
Yeah, Nico.
Yeah. On that, I think even for us to, let me say, dethrone Liverpool. Well, Liverpool dethroning themselves more or less, but City, and I think the manager had to get back in, financially with astute signings. And we're not just going for the third and fourth and fifth choices, but the manager getting his number one choices. I think when we started to get that, then I think we could say that we will go places. Until then, I'm not writing up City, and I think that's City really. I think we get battle with the refs, but City for some reason, I think they still have a lot to go.
Yep.
No. Before I come to Phil on this one, right? You remember the question? I didn't say, has it come to an end? I say, is the period of dominance coming to an end? So that could probably be a season or two,
Yeah,
right?
I feel it's too early to write
Phil?
off Pep, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now it's City. No,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Even
I don't know. I don't know if you guys saw the comment from Pep Guardiola where Pep said,
you don't
"I
care.
don't care about the Premier League or
Yeah.
Carabao Cup. We
How the
can't
Carabao
win it.
Cup.
and that will have a psychological impact on City players going forward. Just watch and see.
Yep, saw that.
Yeah.
I don't want to write off Pool just yet either. Liverpool are real injuries. As much as I don't like them and I don't really care, but they're going through a period of a lot of injuries. So I ain't ready to write them off yet.
All right, Kev, you want to jump on this one?
Yeah, no, I don't think the era's coming to an end yet. Because when you look at Liverpool up to the last 2 weeks of last season, Liverpool was still fighting on four fronts. It's very hard to come and repeat that the following season.
Yeah.
And like I touched on earlier, regarding City, it's very hard to win three league titles on a bounce. I don't think the era's coming to an end. This is just a blip in their season, in a blip in their cycle. I think this season is just a blip in their cycle. They'll be back, whether it be this season or next season. They will be back. But who was it that made a good point about Liverpool not replacing players adequately? That was also a good point. But what's his name? Klopp. Klopp. We've only seen Klopp done it once, well, twice now. So we don't know if this is a common factor. Like Klopp took Dortmund to the top, and then it was nothing else after that.
They started burnout.
He got Liverpool.
Cycle.
I did a slightly change.
He got Liverpool.
I just slightly changed the comment you made, Kate, with regards to Liverpool not replacing players. Let's say, for example, Sadio Mane, right? Because a lot of people are still thinking that Liverpool have not replaced Sadio Mane. Liverpool have replaced Sadio Mane. It's just that the guys that they're signing has not hit the heights that Sadio Mane.
Not to
Look at
mention,
that midfield. Look at the midfield. Look at that midfield.
Cody Gakpo, Luis Diaz, Jota, Carvalho. Those are four guys that some of them were signed before Mane. That's some of them were signed during Mane's stint at Liverpool. Klopp foresaw.
I agree, but the midfield needs revamping though. They have not shopped well in the midfield. Fabinho and Keita have not lived up to the expectations.
True.
Henderson aging. Chamberlain. His super sub days over with. Yeah, his super sub days over with.
You saw back in the day where Liverpool fans used to say that Virgil van Dijk is the best Premier League defender ever. This guy had 2 good seasons at Liverpool, and the men think that this guy is the next coming of Nemanja Vidic or Rio Ferdinand.
They started putting the man in best of all time.
That's a good point. That's a next good point. Them guys. Right, yeah. Go ahead with the comments.
Let me get some comments and then you look to wrap it up, guys. Because we're way over time and the comments, the views go start to drop, right? Well, thanks, guys, for all those who on the inside viewing. Don't forget to like and share, right? Jody's saying here, Spurs better win. I have Kane on my fantasy team.
Forget the team of fantasy team this weekend.
Jody, me too, boy.
I forget the team of fantasy team this weekend.
Yeah,
Chef, I'll get away, Chef. Because
we had to check that fantasy team and see who I'm on top.
Yeah, right now it's shuffling. Right now the number one spot shuffling.
It's shuffling.
All right. David Cousin saying here mini quadruple our fellas, A boy could dream. I think Ten Hag responded to that. He said the fans could dream, But fans could dream. Yeah, he said fans could dream, but we. Yeah. Riyadh on the inside, he's saying Arsenal getting slapped tomorrow. All right.
From Spurs?
Yeah.
Dwayne Francis saying here today, the gaffer said, don't think about the title challenge, think about the Palace game. Yeah.
You must say that.
Jody saying here, once Arsenal lose tomorrow, the race on. All right. Erik looks on the inside. He's saying, Haaland, where were you? Varane unplugged the machine today. Yeah, Haaland Houdini. Manchester is ready. All right. Riyadh saying here the biggest issue is Martial. Yeah, we know you're the next Jody. I don't like Marcel at all. Right?
He Marshall's supposed to be the glue in the attack, man. I know what it's
Um,
called
yeah, Kurt's in here, Palestri and all could drive at defense. We know Kurt is a man, he for them youth players. Alright. Devin John the inside good night, but he's saying why not expose touch up
Well,
Arsenal tomorrow? And City beat Arsenal once and Arsenal mentally weak. Anytime somebody close to them and the game's running down, they just bottle it. Yeah, so I mean Arsenal have proved that there's no bottlers.
nah.
So pressure will come just now.
Arsenal
Their fixtures
mentality
not
different
friendly.
this season, though, eh?
Yeah,
You
this
feel so?
season.
You feel
Yeah.
so?
They
But,
have this
but,
year.
but we're going
They
to
have
see very
this
soon,
year.
yeah?
Different this season.
We will see very soon.
Yeah, Kurt
Yeah,
saying here,
different
hey,
manager,
shout.
different players, yeah.
Yeah. Kurt saying shout out to one boy, Bissaka come back like a beast in
Yeah,
loving.
perfect timing so we could sell him.
I don't think I read some report that
Nah.
Ten Hag not selling him again.
No,
Keep him.
I mean now.
Oh,
Nah,
summer.
keep him.
Alright.
Summertime, sell that.
Right now, Bissaka have me thinking twice, right? And I wanted to go on.
Nah,
Right.
Yeah.
one has been looking good. It's just one can't offer nothing going forward. That's the only thing. But defensively, he's looking a lot better. Confidence back.
Erik saying here, Bissaka was superb today, dribbling and showing composure under pressure. Yeah, he had a real good game today. I can't
Boy,
take that
that
away
one he got out the pressure. He got out of a trap, boy. What was it?
Yeah. No,
Everybody
My
was
apologies,
shocked.
Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah.
I was not.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had that in you. My apologies.
Simeon saying here, Ten Hag ability to MacGyver this team from game to game gives me hope. But I still believe we need at
You're
least
showing your
one
age
more
there, buddy.
player. Yeah. 3 games a week will have a cumulative effect. That's so correct, huh?
And that is why Ten Hag rotation has been so impressive.
Yeah. And he have a striker to rotate now, so you can see.
Yep.
See. Yeah. Christopher saying here, Ten Hag with the gunman talk. My manager here. Cody saying, why did I choose this side of the red? But yeah, well, Cody must be regretting the decision. Right, Cody Gakpo. Riyadh saying Liverpool. All you mean the best team in the EPL history that only won one title ever. So you're saying an era can come to an end, but if Man United not in a position financially to ensure the start of theirs, others will come forth like Newcastle. Yes, that's correct. Arsenal is shy. Tottenham, as bad as they are, only 5 points behind, etc. Well, they had to fire Conte first, or gets game all the money for him to buy a new team every season.
Yeah.
All right. Christopher saying here, Pep sounding fed up. I feel he looking to press. The man say he don't care about the league. If Pep leaves City, done. Right. Jody saying here,
That thing is he's there.
yeah, boy. Zidane, my boy, yeah. Zidane gonna make me dislike him, innit? Don't do it, Zidane. Don't do it. Alright, Jody saying, Cave, not every team is Man United to win 3 titles on the bounce twice. Yeah, boy. No, I'm telling you, Fergie was great.
Yeah.
Fergie was great.
Yeah.
Fergie was a scientist, man, mad
It's
scientist.
extremely difficult.
Yeah, Fergie was great, boy. I'm
Oh,
glad
shit.
men see him now. Cause men wanna be having Ferguson naming conversations with men like Steve Bruce and them, you know. Real do this thing. Alright. Christopher saying here, I heard someone say Van Dijk looks like Lil Fizz from B2K. And he say he can't see it.
I know that. I don't check that one.
I go say that picture of Lil Fizz is from B2K.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
Oh, hey, watch for different me. Real different.
The show of the ears though. Mari's a little face. Oh my god.
I know, right?
Lil Fizz
We
and a little
here
no more.
laughing with the jokes, man. So that made what they say, but we.
We completely understand.
Christian saying here, the last goal today was scored and assisted by academy players, football heritage. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Final comment, Dembe. He's saying would have loved to see Pogba and Cassie Boy, but Chef, I want to hear that, right? But I tell you, Pogba would have be a beast
Who's
under
that?
Ten Hag. Pogba.
That,
I know
that,
they want to
that,
hear
that's
that.
a different conversation for a different time, but we
Yeah,
move.
yeah. Because Chef are ready for that conversation, right? Samu Ernest on the Insight, thanks for joining, man. He's saying, why are you people so ignorant to say the truth about Martial? He's actually my own. He's actually, to my own opinion, not a central forward, but a player that can actually build up his goal from the flank. He's not scoring, but good on the ball. To me, I think if he can't perform as a striker, then the coach must try him elsewhere, like he did with Shaw. I just pity him. All right, thanks for your comment, Samu.
Elsewhere, where how he
Marcel
can
wants to be
displace
the
more? He
striker.
can't displace Rashford right now. He can't.
I could say
Best keep
something to
Rashford.
that comment.
Gotta keep Rashford in a strong
Yeah,
position.
go through.
I know time running out, but here's the scene, right? I have heard Manchester fans say he's supposed to be on the wing. I've heard Manchester fans say he's supposed to be a centre forward, you know, and some say he can't play on the right. Here's all that is null and void if he can't stay fit and be on the picture.
Facts.
Full stop.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Okay.
So
Get
guys,
the
we're looking
story. We
to
move on.
yeah. So guys, we're looking to wrap it up there. You know, it was a nice show, right? We really do appreciate all the comments and all the interaction from the comment section. Although we just look forward to that.
We're gonna
You know,
extra
want to
30
engage with
minutes,
you
man.
all. Yeah. So we get some quick closing thoughts, right?
That's
And let me
what
run
happened
it
when he
down.
win a
That don't
derby.
involve Pogba.
A derby.
Yeah.
And again, Christopher is commenting here. I feel Pogba would have spent a lot of time on the bench. He's very indisciplined. And Ten Hag would have fixed him. Ten Hag would have fixed that earlier.
That
And
quality.
Agreed.
Nah.
Quality when that's
Nah.
on the bench. Come on.
Nah.
If Ten Hag
would have fixed that.
can fix Bruno, Ten Hag can fix Pogba. Come on.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for sure.
Exactly.
And yeah, have Pogba
Yeah.
running.
Yeah.
Pogba
Yeah.
Thank you,
like
thank you,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus. We would never know.
We'd have Chef eating his words.
Yeah, it's a
No,
good thing.
you imagine Casemiro and Pogba like how Fred. Nah, with that energy, but no, but still, with that
Nah.
energy,
We need
Fred
that
have.
energy. With that ability, we need that energy.
No, but now so I need that energy. You see,
Well, we
you
go
see how-
play
you
bit
see
part.
how-
He go
Pogba,
play Euro.
Casemiro, Mayfield
Yes.
is so mint.
Anyway, guys, so let me get some closing thoughts. Nico.
That would be
Go
so
through.
mint, man. That would,
Yeah.
Yeah, good. I mean, important 3 points, vital 3 points, scintillating 3 points. I think, Jed, today, when we went behind, I was like, oh, but after when Bruno equalized, I said, all right, so, I take it, I'll take a draw, right? I just don't want to lose. And then when we get a victory, I was like, you know what I mean? You're ecstatic. So, again, you know what I mean? It was a good win today. Let me just follow it up with that win against Crystal Palace, which to me, again, is a very important game. We win that, and we win against Arsenal, and that more or less would have been 9 points. And if Arsenal lost against Spurs and we beat them, right, you would have actually made up 9 points on Arsenal, right? So to me, that is the important thing. You know, Spurs we can't control what Spurs do, but let me control what we could do against Palace and Arsenal coming up.
Yeah. JP,
Palace
closing
then.
thoughts. And JP, what's your closing thoughts? You're starting Rashford against Palace?
Yeah, I of course, Rashford at the start. Rashford, once he don't have any injury that could get worse with him playing too much, I started him. Even if we take him off early in the game, but we need to start him. So I keep it simple now. We go marching on. The Reds go marching on. That is my closing thoughts.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Chef?
I was resting Rashford.
Yeah, me too.
I was resting Rashford against Palace, and I was giving Pedestrian a try on that way.
Palace, right?
On the right side.
Yep.
Nah.
that was a good
At least coming
show.
on. At least he'll come on about
Cannot try
60
when you
minutes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but I
Chef,
want-
wait.
I-
So Chef, We're saying Pelestri, Weghorst, and Garnacho.
Ooh, that is wholesale changes, boy.
Yeah,
I know what.
Right.
All right, no, that's too
That's
much. No,
too
that's too much. No, that
That's
Yeah,
too
That's,
much.
that's
it can be
the entire front three changing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's
because
a
you
little
think
too much.
because
Against a
if
Palace side and more than decent under there.
yeah,
Yeah,
true,
yeah.
true. Go through, chef.
Palace well coached. I've never been a Patrick Vieira player fan, but as a manager, he's
I
doing
really
a
like you as a
decent
player,
job.
boy. I like you as a
He's
player.
a big player, boy.
Yeah, I really
Yeah,
like
boy.
you.
He was a big player back in the day, boy.
Yeah, you know, and you know he
Um,
married to
Yeah,
a
he's a
Trini,
big
eh?
player.
He's
I
married to
know
a
he
Trini.
married
Very
that,
big player.
yeah, but he was also Arsenal captain.
Yeah.
And in them days, I didn't hate Arsenal. So what the hell you tell him about Patrick Vieira? But he gonna
Nah, but you're a big. So you never used
Football
to watch
first.
France. You never used to watch France play
Football
football.
first.
what?
Football first,
You
chef.
never used to
Hey,
watch France play football.
as fast as I'm concerned, you play for Arsenal, I don't like you.
We are they real brainwashing this thing, boy.
But yes, yes,
Now,
yes, yes.
Nah, me is so
No,
brainwashed.
I rate the man as a player, you know. But I don't like you.
Quality is quality, boy.
No,
You sit down and
Yeah,
but
you're
quality is
vexed
I'm
with
quality.
him,
not
man.
Quality is
saying.
You're
quality.
vexed with him, but you say,
Yeah.
God, this man good, boy. And you're vexed.
No, the man,
Yeah.
the Patrick
Yeah,
Vieira
yeah,
was,
yeah.
yeah,
but he's
yeah,
Arsenal. Yeah. So yeah, no, we don't have time. So yeah, I would give Rash a rest, give Marcel a rest also. I don't think Marcel fit, to be quite honest.
He can't
So
play.
any
I
games
know.
that we can eke out a little rest for him, yeah. Give Nacho and somebody else I'll try.
I want to see where it goes.
Yeah, I want to see
Yeah, I
when
was
most.
Weghorst. I was Weghorst too. But I was saying, all the talking about wholesale changes, but that look like we're going to be, if your Pelestri starts,
Nah, Rashford the play.
Weghorst on the play. Okay, okay.
For me, is
Keep
Rashford, where
closing
goes
thoughts?
and
Rashford
Anthony.
starts.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Sub Anthony for Pelestri. When Anthony don't do nothing for another 45 minutes.
Boy.
Yeah.
Ah,
To me, Pelestri coming on because Pelestri have when teams tiring, Pelestri
yeah,
have
man.
a style that
I don't believe much the same as how Ganacho getting. We could see some more Pelestri, man.
yeah.
I feel Pelestri going on loan. That's my hunch. He and Ilanga
Yeah.
going on loan.
Now,
Yeah,
and
so
remember his contract
the
nearly
buzz,
up.
the buzz is the manager, not the manager, the agent looking to get him more football.
Yeah,
And let's be honest, he ain't get that much play. He ain't get that much play as they will want him to for the rest of the season. So I think it's best he go on loan. His future might not even be at Manchester United, but so is football, yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
Um,
Palace can, but that Palace 3 Manchester. Sorry, Manchester 3 Palace nil.
Nice one.
Taking that.
Proper.
Taking that. You finished?
Way over. Let me go.
okay, yeah. Shoot. Dang, boy, the Crows squeeze it, get extra 35 minutes out to win, man.
Yeah,
That's
I
what happened when they win the Manchester Derby.
Yeah. Only because of the derby.
But
And we win.
because of Derby, yeah. There's a Derby extra half was all special.
So
Win
yeah.
it. Win. We doing predictions for next game? Was closing
Just
thoughts?
closing thoughts. Anything. Closing thoughts, yeah.
Shoot. We said it all. But like I said in my piece earlier, looking at this small frame in the bigger picture, these next 6 games, well, 5 more games now to the end of the month. Quick turnaround for some games. Like there's 2 games or 3 games we got like 2 days rest. 2 days rest between. 2 days rest, then we play. Then 2 days rest, then we play again.
Yeah.
And for a team that's struggling in attack, well, the attackers aren't firing on all cylinders. That's going to be a big test. So I'm gonna need Weghorst to come in and hit the ground running. Yeah, hopefully hit the ground running. I would like to see him how he goes up against Palace. I think Palace is a good introduction for him. It's not a club that shouldn't respectfully, they shouldn't put up too much of a big challenge. We need to get some revenge on them too from last season, man. I forget that game either. That was an embarrassment last season.
Yeah.
So We need to get some revenge on them. I know we beat them. We beat them already this season too, right? Or we drew?
Yeah, we beat
first
them.
time.
I can't
first time we
remember,
played them.
but anyways,
First time we played
Yeah, we
them.
beat them.
Yeah, we beat them. We beat them.
and they did a double on us last season too, right? Come to think of it, they did a double on us
They took
last
4
season.
points from us.
I think so, you know.
A win and a draw.
I think they did a double on us last season, man.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Okay, win and a draw. Okay, but regardless, we need to put them to the sword for what they did for added to our grief last season. We need to put them to the sword this season. I don't know how I feel about Rashford playing because seeing that ice pack when he hit Fletcher, I already know what sort of injury that is. But he may need a day. He may need a day off or half a game. So hopefully we could put it out to reach early, and let him get some rest.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I can say, man. I will let Sifaleshi play too, but I don't know if he's gonna be even at the club at the end of the month. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say.
All right. Cool. Phil.
Yeah, for some reason, my closing thoughts were exactly what you posted on the screen, where Ten Hag was saying, like, he admires both Liverpool and Manchester City, but eras must come to an end, right? I'm gonna call it out right now that Ten Hag is going to be a better coach than Pep Guardiola, and I'm gonna call it here right now.
Wow.
What?
I am
Big call,
calling
big call.
it right now. Erik Ten Hag, you can clip it, whatever, but we'll come back to this in the next 10, 15 years. Hopefully, I'll have like 10 kids and you guys will have the same as well. But in 10, 15
No,
years,
sir. No, sir. No, sir. No.
10,
Speak for
15 years
yourself.
ago, I will
No,
say
sir.
Erik Ten Hag will be a better coach than Pep Guardiola. I'm calling it here, right now.
All right, Nostradamus, Phil.
Correct.
But I mean,
in terms of the next fixture versus Palace, it's kind of where Ten Hag has to say, what are you thinking of? Are you thinking of which competition that we should prioritize more? Right. In my opinion, if we do start Marcus Rashford, I think he should come off maybe at the 60-minute mark. Or if we don't start Marcus Rashford, give him a run at the 60-minute mark, all depending on where the game is
If
going.
need be.
Yeah.
Right? But
If
we
need be,
we definitely
Yeah.
need Marcus Rashford for
Yeah.
that Arsenal game after Palace. That's all I can say.
Yep.
yeah.
because Arsenal again gonna be a lot of running.
Correct.
Yeah.
So them don't start running.
Yeah. So let me get the last comments here and let's wrap it, guys. Kurt saying here, this might be far-fetched, but we could finish the season unbeaten. Kurt. All right, Kurt, thanks.
Hey, Ten Hag said the fans could dream, yeah. So we gonna let Kurt dream. We gonna let we ain't get.
Yeah.
Let Kurt dream.
Because I was saying here what I think about Facundo as Bruno understudy can play great in the 10. We will talk about it in our next podcast. Good
Yeah,
shout.
right.
Kalis,
That's a good
ATL on the
shout.
inside.
Not Bruno understudy. I think he's smarter.
Yeah. Man United for life. Thanks for joining, buddy. And Dian, Happy New Year, Dian. Thanks for joining.
Hey, missing.
Been a while. Yes. Manchester is red. Thank you for joining. And you catch me as we reading doxology. All right. So, guys, it was nice. Manchester is red as we've all kind of summed up and echoed, and it will be so until we play City again, right? So let them come and beat up with that, right? And let them talk about how offside Rashford and Bruno goal is, right? While we enjoy 3 points,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, you're only as good as your last game or the present game or however you say it. So Crystal Palace is up next, and we'll come here, real disappointed if we don't show up and we win that game and carry on unbeaten run.
Now them getting
So
beaten.
yeah, so let's
Season's
hope that,
still young, yo.
the
We had a
injury-
whole month break.
Yeah, hope that the injuries on certain players not as bad as thing that we could come out and really run our teams. Yeah. So guys, it was nice. See you all on the next one.
Hey, good night.
Bye, fellas.
Yeah.